My name is Graham Want, and I've been using WebPlus from Siri for a number of years now. I started using WebPlus X3 and was a bit annoyed when they stopped development at WebPlus X8. Since that time I've been looking for a replacement. This does not mean I stopped using WebPlus X8, as it worked very well for me. However, it was becoming dated. I've been on the lookout for a replacement for some years now, and the other day I came across the new product named to me called WYSIGIG Web Builder, so I thought I'd try it out. I was looking for a WYSIGIG Web Builder that easily allowed you to insert PHP code and JavaScript code into the web page, as the sites I were building had MySQL databases at the back end. WebPlus was ideal for this, and I did not have to write HTML code. I installed WYSIGIG Web Builder, and my initial impression was that it is very similar in concept and execution to WebPlus X8, which made it very easy to pick up. So let's have a look at WYSIGIG Web Builder. As you can see, I'm still using WebPlus X8. There's my icon to start it up. But let's go and start up the WYSIGIG Builder version 17. Here it is here. As you can see, I'm still using the trial version and I've got 18 days left on it. And there it is now. On the left hand side we've got our toolbox, and on the right hand side the site manager area with our page stuff in the middle. Here's the standard tools. We've got the HTML segment that we can insert if we wish to. We've got all our image options, tools, our drawing tools, our form control tools, our layout area. This is a very interesting area. A lot of this is new and not in WebPlus. For example, the flex container, the flex grid, and the layout grid, all very, very useful tools. In the navigation area, we've got quite a choice there. Now this area from miscellaneous onwards, I haven't done much or any playing in that area at all, and I'm sure it'll be useful to some of you people out there. There's quite a bit there. Okay, let's open up a project that I'm working on at the moment. Here it is now. Overwrite that empty one. It's brought up our master page. I've got two master pages that I'm working with at the moment. Let's just click on my index page and see what that looks like. As you can see up here, this has been built from the master page and I can't make any changes at this point in time. And here's the body of my index page. Now this is made up of flexible containers, layout grid, and I've made extensive use of tables as well. Now some of you say tables, oh that's old fashioned, I shouldn't use them anymore. Well, I disagree with that. I find tables very, very useful, and that's what I've done here. I've used them quite extensively. Now here I've got two drop downs, combo boxes. Now unfortunately I needed to insert some PHP code into there because these are dynamic drop down boxes, and I couldn't insert that code easily into the combo box as it was, so I converted it to an HTML segment. Let's just have a look at what I've done. And here it is here. There's the combo box code itself. And as you can see here, I've entered a bit of PHP code to enter more option lines depending on what I find in my database. And I have two of these drop down boxes built the same way. Now in this area here I've just got text information, but this text data here I could hard code it in, but it's variable, it's dynamic. Information comes out of the database to be put into here, so I've had to put PHP code in here. Let's just have a look at how I did it. As you can see here, they've got an option here. If you tick the box, it says do not encode HTML characters. So it allows you to put in JavaScript or PHP code if you want, rather than just straight text. I've used it there and down here as well, because this is all dynamic information that's built out of the database. Now the second to last section I've got here is not a flexible container, but I've actually used the layout grid. So let's just have a look at that for a minute. Now you can have more than 2 boxes in the grid. I've only got 2 in this case, and there's a ratio of 1 to another. This is 7 to 5, it could be 6 to 6, it could be 5 to 7. And you could add more boxes in there if you wish. I used the layout grid because it enabled me to make this into a form. I've enabled form. So this means that this layout grid is in fact a whole form. And the very last section here is now a flexible container, and in there I've put a bit of JavaScript into an HTML fragment. Let's just have a quick look at that. And there we are, there's my JavaScript, which when you select something in the drop down box, it'll go off and bring in the appropriate page. Let's go back again. Right, let's go back up top here and click on the page option here. There's a lot of options here for page, but the interesting one and useful one from my point of view is the page HTML. Up the top here we've got all the code that goes into that page. There's my PHP code at the start, and as we go down the page you'll see we move into the HTML code that's been built by WYSIGIG Web Builder. This is the area down here where you put in write your own code to go into the web page itself. Now you can put it at the start of the page. My PHP code is at the start of the page, but you can put it in different sections of the page if you wish. As you can see, I've got nothing in here. Now the beauty of this display at the top here is that you have line numbers. Now if you get a fault in your PHP code, you're given a line number where the fault was detected. So you can quickly come into here and you can find the bit of code that's in error. I found that extremely useful. Let's just go back to home now. And here we have an option to preview the page that we've got in here. Now the PHP code will not get executed, the JavaScript code will, but it does help you when designing the page and just testing it out to see how it looks. Let's just do a preview here. And it's a pretty good representation of the page, but the dynamic data is not there because the PHP code is obviously not active. So we'll close that down. In the publish area, here I've set this up, but I'll just click on the edit button to show how it was set up here. It looks very much like WebPlus X8, where you set up your connection to your server to upload your website to. Let's just do a publish now. This is going to be published to a local web server on my LAN. The upload has been done. Now just to easily have a look at it, I'll just bring that up again and we'll click on the URL to the website. There it is there. And there's our web page that we've just built. As you can see, there's the drop downs. They've now been built dynamically from the database, and here the names have all been inserted from the database, and there's our form. This bit down the bottom is showing because this is the trial version only, and that remains there until you buy the product. Another useful thing here is to let's just blow that out properly. So there it is in full screen. But if I bring it down to the small screen, which you saw just a minute ago, as you see, it's large now, so it's spread out across the whole screen. If I minimize the screen, it still is presentable. Everything is there, but just move closer together. And I can even make the screen even smaller. As you can see, things will just shuffle across or down. So using flexible containers and the layout grid works very well in terms of giving you a good screen presentation regardless of how wide the screen is. Let's just go back to normal again and we'll X out of that. Okay, well, in conclusion, I believe that the WYSIGIG Web Builder is a good replacement for WebPlus. or for any web developer that wishes to integrate PHP code or JavaScript code within their web page. Give it a go, you may be surprised. Thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.